PK says in his movie, so much milk is being poured on the deities. हमको काहे सपर देते हो? He is saying, God will say, अरे why are you pouring milk on me? Go and feed it to so many hungry children. Correct? So, let us try to understand about this pouring of milk and it going waste. So sometimes people say that you are wasting so many liters of milk and it is being drained away in some kind of drains. Rather than that, it would have been better. So many hungry children are there. Feed them that milk. Isn't it? Actually, first of all, if somebody is wasting this milk in the drain, that is not how Abhishekam has to be performed. He has not understood the meaning of Abhishekam. It is a misunderstanding. It is most valuable. The same milk, when it touches the lotus feet of the Lord, it is called as Charanamrit. The same river, Ganga, is considered to be very, very sacred river. Why? Because when Vamana, in his avatar, he took 3 steps. In his first step, he covered the heavenly planets. And when he was expanding his leg like this, from the spiritual world, from causal ocean, just now you saw Mahavishnu is lying on that ocean. That water dripped from there and came to earth. That is why it is called as Ganga, or the most purified sacred river. So anything, when the milk is poured on the Lord, when Panchamrit is poured on the Lord, it becomes Charanamrit, because it has touched the feet of the Lord. So Charanamrit is never drained in the nalis. It is not thrown away in the drains. It is unfortunate management of the temple. If somebody is, that means definitely they are making Shraddha ka dhanda. In order to make people pay money and so that they can fill their belly. So what can be done? Sometimes some people misuse that. Otherwise, the Charanamrit is not to be drained away. It is distributed to the people. Whatever is poured on the Lord, it is redistributed to the people as Charanamrit. So that is the proper use of Charanamrit. So Charanamrit is actually distributed. It is not wasted. Now let us try to understand that how sometimes we are very from our side, our paradigm is not proper. We only like a horse, we are seeing only in one direction. We are so much worried about some few liters of milk being poured on the Lord. We are not worried about thousands of cows which are sent to slaughterhouses just to get few kgs of meat. How many kgs you can get? One time you slaughter one cow, maximum for 1 day, 2 days you can eat that meat. Right? Suppose the cow was living for the whole lifetime, it can give so much milk. People will not calculate that. Nobody will raise their hands for that. Nobody will raise their voice for that. That cows and buffaloes are sent to the slaughterhouses for the tongue of the man. That milk could have been provided to millions of people. That nobody will say. That nobody will say is a wrong number. So isn't that a wrong number? Then PK movie itself, if you watch carefully, where PK is talking about Bhagwan kahan kehta hai hamare ko sapar do, and after that he goes and he is singing and dancing with that friend Jaggu, and then Jaggu opens champagne, 700 rupees worth champagne. You see, we are talking about 40 rupees liter milk, and we are wasting and putting that poison in our body of champagne or drinking. That nobody will say it's a wrong number. That 700 rupees could have, where so many pubs are there, so many bars are there, Nobody will question that. Big IPL matches are going on. Crores of rupees are spent on that. That is not a wrong number for people. But when some amount is spent for Abhishekam of the Lord, people will say it's a wrong number. So this is our narrow paradigm. We are not able to see the reality properly. Let us just try to first of all understand what are these rituals actually meant for. These rituals are meant for expressing our feeling, our love towards someone special. Let us say, for example, you love someone. Isn't it automatic from our side that we want to give her or him, our loved ones, something precious, some gift from our side? When marriages happen, you can go and see. We go and give so many gifts to the people. Somebody's birthday is there, our children's birthday is there. We give him gift, people give them gifts. Why? Suppose your wedding day is coming if somebody is married. And if you tell to the wife, मैं बहुत प्यार करता हूँ तुम्हारे से, मन में करता हूँ बस. No. मन का प्यार हमारे एक्शन में आता है. If we love our wife or if we love somebody, we express it through our action. It's not that only मेरे मन के अंदर में प्यार है. It has to be expressed in our action. Just like you can see here, this is a photo given about the Valentine's Day, that because of some kind of feeling, some kind of love, people exchange some gifts or give some flowers or whatever. Isn't it? Similarly, these rituals are actually meant to express our feeling, our love towards the Lord. So not every ritual is a wrong number in that sense. I'll explain one very beautiful story from Bhagavata, which explains about we must know the reasons behind the rituals. At least the feeling we should have. It should not be done mechanically. Just like if you are giving somebody flower, you love somebody, you have a feeling of love. What you are giving is not important. The feeling behind that is more important, isn't it? It may be insignificant gift, but with what feeling you are giving, that is very important. So sometimes what happens, the rituals become mechanical and we lose all feelings. That is not proper. We should have proper bhava when we perform these different rituals. So just like when we are offering Dandavad, it is not that while offering Dandavad we are thinking something with that feeling that actually I am very subordinate, very insignificant, we offer our Dandavad like that. So one very interesting example is there where we can understand how most important thing in the rituals is the feeling, not exactly the externals. External is also required, but the feeling is the most important thing. Once it so happened, Krishna and Balaram and all his cowherd boyfriends, they were in the forest and they were feeling, they used to go early in the morning from their house and, they used to, with all their calves and cows, they used to graze them in the grounds. So after some kind of sporting, they all started feeling little hungry. And nearby village, there was big yagna was going on. Generally in the yagnas, they offer a lot of delicious food in the yagna. So a yagna was going on. So all the friends of Krishna told, Krishna, we are feeling very hungry. Can you not get us some food from this village nearby? So he said, okay. Go to those brahmanas. They are chanting mantras for the yagna and they are offering delicious food. You can ask them that Krishna and Balaram, they are hungry. Please give some food to offer to them. So these children went. And they are very innocent. They went to these brahmanas and asked, my dear brahmanas, Krishna and Balaram, they are nearby and they are grazing their cow, they are feeling very hungry. Can you give some food? So immediately these pandits, these brahmanas got up and started chastising left and right. You rascals, get lost from here. Are you not seeing we have not even completed our yagna? First you want it to be made jhuta? Isn't it? So they sent them out. So all of them were very depressed and they went back to Krishna. Krishna, they chastised us like anything and they sent us back. Do something for. So then Krishna said, okay, do like this. Don't go to the brahmanas. Go and meet the wives of the brahmanas. They are not some great panditas. They are not some great chanter of the Vedas. But they are my great devotees. Go to them. So Krishna and Balaram sent the boys and the boys went to the wives of the brahmanas. And they were all cooking delicious because cooking is all done by the wives in the house. So they were all cooking nicely for that yagna. The moment they went and came to know that Krishna and Balaram are hungry, even though their husband, they try to stop them. What nonsense you are doing. Before offering to the yagna, you are giving it away. They still gave it away. And all that food was brought to Krishna. Later on, by the arrangement of Krishna, the brahmanas, foolish brahmanas, realized their mistake. That actually, whatever we are offering in the yagna is meant for the pleasure of that Supreme Lord only. Now, Krishna has made an arrangement to offer that food through yagna to the Supreme Lord, and when that Lord comes personally and asks, whatever you have cooked to give it to me through yagna, I have come directly now, please give it. They are saying, no, you stand aside. First we will offer it to the yagna. See what foolishness this is. So there they have not understood the real meaning behind the ritual. That is very important, the feeling behind the ritual. So we find today people simply keep on chanting some mantras, they have no understanding, some rituals they do. That is wrong. With understanding, with proper scientific understanding, we should do these rituals. So this is what we can try to understand from this.